This has the potential to change everything, or at least a lot of things. When it comes to frozen drinks at home, this is the all-new Ninja Slushi Machine, and it will allow you to make slushies at home that's non-alcoholic as well as cocktails. And while you can make amazing frozen drinks at home with a blender, using the right recipe with the right tools and the right ingredients, it's not always easy to make a drink or batch a recipe. But with an at-home slushie machine, you can batch your drink and it will keep it cold for up to 12 hours. You just add it to the machine and you wait. When it's ready, you'll have a cocktail that's on demand, ready to drink with the pull of a lever. This is not the first at-home slushie machine. They've been available now for years, but this is the first quality, real slushie machine for under $300. And when a brand like Ninja enters the market, it's kind of a big deal, and it's worth looking at and paying attention to. I spent the last week testing this machine and going through its pros and cons, which I'll lay out, but this is not going to be a thorough, extensive review of the Ninja Slushi. I just have not had enough time to do that. This is not an ad for it either. I bought this machine with my own money through their website, and at the time of me shooting this video, it's only been available for about a week and a half. And I'll go ahead and I'll just spoil my initial conclusion right now, which is it's interesting, it's fun, it's challenging at times, and it makes great drinks. But the big question that will remain is how much of this is just a novelty? Will I still want to use this 6 months from now, or will it be cast aside like my Ninja Creamy or my Yonana's machine? There are two drinks we're going to test here today. My favorite non-alcoholic drink, which is very easy to make, and my favorite frozen cocktail of all time. The way the machine works is pretty easy. This metal cylinder is the evaporator. It's what's going to chill your drink. The auger moves the liquids, and as the liquids drop in temperature, they'll freeze. Now you can't just put any liquids in here either, cocktail or non-alcoholic. You need to use sugar. Diet drinks or drinks with no sugar will not work. The sugar acts as an antifreeze, keeping the drink cold, but also as a pourable liquid or slushy. Frozen drink machines and blenders, they're not making the same exact style of drink. The drinks are going to be different. Blenders take a certain amount of ice and they crush or pulverize that ice into your drink. The texture can be a little bit chunky, and to get a really smooth consistency, you usually need more liquid. You have to blend it longer, and it's incredibly hard to dial in. The machine is also creating heat as it's blending. Now, a frozen drink machine takes your mix, all of your liquids, and it slowly turns that into ice. The texture is much finer, and ultimately, the drinks are just different from a blender cocktail. One is not better than the other, they just provide different experiences in different drinks. The tricky thing so far about this machine is understanding the balancing act of water, sugar, and alcohol. Most sources online say to target 10 to 15 bricks. That's the percentage of sugar in your liquid. And the Ninja machine says it needs to be a minimum of 4% sugar to work. Most sodas are 10 to 13 bricks, and juices like orange and pineapple are also around 10 bricks. So the machine has some intelligent features here as well. If there's not enough sugar, it will warn you and it will turn off. If we go ahead and test this out with my favorite non-alcoholic beverage, it's easy. Just add the soda, turn on the slushy setting, and you let it run. In a matter of minutes, you'll have a delicious Coca-Cola slushie that tastes like something straight from 7-Eleven. The machine needs a minimum of 16 ounces and can handle a maximum of 64 ounces. You can add in more liquid while the machine is running. For instance, if you pull some drink from the machine, you can add in more of your mix and then wait a few minutes for it to come back to the ideal temperature, which the machine will notify you with a beep. Now, when it comes to cocktails, this is where this machine gets complicated. The machine comes with several recipes, but they call for some type of pre-made slushy mix, there's no brand even, and then call for a spirit measured in cups or quarter of a cup, half a cup, whatever it is. That's not ideal for the cocktails that I want to make in this machine. If you want to add some Coca-Cola and some rum, you can do that as long as you can calculate your ABV, you'll probably be okay. There is not much, if at all, any good information online to guide us. I did find two reliable sources. One is a blog post from Camper English from about 9 or 10 years ago, and the other is from Campari, which I'll have links to in this episode's description. I found that some of the other sources, even reputable ones, they were just wrong, or they just don't work in this machine. And all of this, when it comes to the cocktail, revolves around two numbers that you have to dial in: sugar or Brix levels, and ABV, alcohol by volume. Now, Brix is a measure of sucrose in a solution. 1 degree Brix equals 1 gram of sugar in 100 grams of solution, but it's easy to think of this as a percentage. We need and want a certain level of sweetness in a cocktail to taste good and for the slushie machine to work and create the right texture. Alcohol by volume, or ABV, we need to know the total ABV of the entire mix, so the entire cocktail. And I have some target numbers in mind. While the machine does have guidelines that say it can handle up to 16% ABV, it can't if there is sugar involved. The sugar and the alcohol together are both working as an antifreeze. So if you take a drink that's 16% ABV and let's say it's 10 or 13 degrees Brix, that's 13% sugar, it just won't work. The quick fix once you have the liquids in the machine is just to add more water. But how much water you'll need is unknown. The more water you add, the more you're diluting it, the more sugar you might need, the more your drink quickly becomes out of balance without you having an idea what's going on. And this makes this machine a nightmare. You do it that way. Some sources online say to use a refractometer to measure the sugar in your cocktail, but you can't measure the Brix of a cocktail. You can't measure the Brix of anything that includes alcohol. So far in my experience, the only way to make cocktails using a spirit, a liqueur, and different syrups and juices is to use a spreadsheet. It's also the easiest way to do this. And I made a spreadsheet, which I'll include a link to below. It's free, and I'll have a companion video on how to use this spreadsheet and explain a little bit more about it in detail there. The spreadsheet's also a work in progress, and I don't have a lot of friends that have this machine yet to test it, so use it as a guide, copy and paste it, change out the formulas if you want to, and if you see something wrong in there or you have a tip or a suggestion, just let me know here in the comments or on that video. You can let me know in the comments there. I found that targeting a mix that is 10 to 12% ABV and around 8 to 12 degrees Brix gives me the best results in flavor, texture, and it works in this machine. A mix with a higher ABV might run for 30 minutes before the machine tells you that it's not going to work and you need to add in more water. This can end up taking hours of your day. But the right ratios can make a full batch in the same amount of time, like 15 to 30 minutes. And if you really pre-chill your mix in the refrigerator, maybe in the freezer for a little bit, you can make 32 ounces in about 10 minutes. While the key to a blender cocktail is ice, the key to a slushie machine is water. You're going to need to add water to every single cocktail you make for the most part. And this is where the spreadsheet really comes in handy because looking at the numbers can help you make sense of the large volumes of water that you'll need to add because it almost seems counterintuitive and like you're diluting the drink too much. Some of the sources I found online say you want to add in 20% of your cocktail's volume in water for dilution. I've seen some that say 40%, but this is really bad advice because really it's all about ABV and getting the drink down to 10 to 12% alcohol by volume. Drinks with a lot of juices will be getting more water in them than a drink with less juice. A drink that uses a 1-to-1 simple will have more water in it than a syrup if you used a 2-to-1 rich simple or if you use granulated sugar. Those juices and those sugars all have water in them. So we should be thinking about adding water as the means to get to a final ABV. And in the case of the daiquiri, that might mean adding in 100% of the volume of your cocktail in water, but that percentage truly doesn't matter if we're targeting a specific ABV. So my favorite frozen cocktail of all time is the Margarita, and the one I'm going to share with you today is about 11% ABV and about 10 Brix. I'm going to be making a 32-ounce batch, and while I love ounces, this is going to be in milliliters, but all these numbers will be in this episode's description and will be detailed more in that video about the spreadsheet. you want to speed things up and you're batching ahead of time, add that to your refrigerator or your freezer for a couple hours. Otherwise, you can put it straight into the machine and turn it on to the spiked slushy setting. All right, so our frozen margarita is ready. That only took about 20 minutes. The machine is still running. I wanted you to be able to maybe pick up the sound. I don't know how well the microphone will do with this running. It's not as loud as anything like a blender. You could easily have a conversation with this thing on. It's more like a kind of a fan, or maybe like even a quiet air conditioner. So this could be running in the background out of the way and it's not gonna bother you as long as it's on. But let's go ahead and serve ourselves a frozen margarita slushie. So while that took 20 minutes, had I chilled some of my ingredients beforehand, that would have made it even faster. And the tip to do that, if you want to try to make this the night before, is put everything in there except for anything that can go bad or rancid, like your lime juice or lemon juice. Save that for right before you put it in the machine or in the hours leading up to actually adding it. So you could put your tequila, your water, your simple syrup, and orange liqueur. You could batch that all the night before, stick it in your refrigerator, or just a few hours before you want to put it in the machine, stick it in the freezer. But still, just 20 minutes to get a slushie of this consistency. So let's try it. It is difficult to explain how good this is because it's not a strong cocktail. It's also not weak. It's not too sweet. It's not too sour. To make these things correctly in the machine, there is a way to do it balanced out where it's not too sweet. And it's following that formula by doing something around 10 bricks, that's 10% sugar, and something that's around 10% alcohol by volume. I think if you follow that for other cocktails, you'll end up with a delicious frozen cocktail. And this is not the same as a blender cocktail. It just has a different consistency and texture. It's almost just light and airy. It's reminiscent of shave ice, but even finer than that. The texture is just so fine, yet there's still enough ice there to keep it in this consistency for a while. So over time, it will obviously melt, but it's not something that's gonna die in the glass immediately. I think the best thing I could say about this machine is that first, it's not gonna be for everyone. If you're not into blender drinks or frozen drinks or slushy style cocktails, then I can't imagine why you would want this, but it's also not necessarily a novelty because it's not making a downgraded version of something. It's not a subpar version of a slushie or a frozen cocktail you could get at a bar or a poolside bar. It is legit. It's a real slushy cocktail with the same consistency that you're getting from a professional setting. And for me, it makes it more compelling because it's not a trend. It's not about taking something that is popular in the moment or popular online and taking advantage of that and turning it into something. It's a slushy machine. It's something we've had for decades now, and it makes great slushies. So that's it for this one, the Ninja Slushi Machine. It's great. If you like slushies, it does a fantastic job. Now, I do have a daiquiri recipe I've been working on. It works well in this machine, but there are other ways for you to make slushy style drinks at home using just your freezer and a blender that's different than a blender drink that's more in line with the slushy. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna make both kinds of those daiquiris in the future. If you have questions about this machine, let me know in the comments below. If you have one and you maybe have some tips and tricks for your time using it, share that here as well. Otherwise, give this video a like below, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll include links to where I bought this machine, and at the time of filming this, they're not affiliate links, they're just the links where I bought them. If that changes in the future, I'll make sure that's called out in this episode's description. So that's it. If you want to support this channel more, check out the Patreon page, and otherwise, see you on the next one.